kid-friendly and adult-friendly side dishes, right? This is where it's at. And I found this recipe by doing caterings all around the place and having a kid's table, and the adults cleaned it out every time, right? So this is one of those side dishes we're gonna do today that is one of my top 3 side dishes.
Top 3?
Top 3, top 2.5 maybe even, okay? We're talking sweet soy roasted broccoli. Let's get into the action. Look at this guy, look at this guy. Oh yeah. My buddy Jim Adams made this for me. This is a beast. We did 7 countries around the world in 7 days. And this has seen some action. And today we're putting it to work with the broccoli. Okay. So when you're trimming up your broccoli to roast it, you want to get these little florets. And so I just have it a slightly downward angle. And I'm just chopping off little florets. You don't want to do it all at one fell swoop. You just want to kind of get that rondelle turn cut. And now I've got access to it. We can peel this down and turn that into cream of broccoli soup later on or in the restaurant. No worries there. And just kind of desegment this. And you want similar sizes, right? You can buy the bags of florets already if you want to. They're just a little more expensive. Let's do that one more time again. It's not a blank canvas by any means, but it sure does take marinades well. Look at these. You can tell this is nice and freshly picked. It's still got some purple or blue to it. And if you've ever been to a broccoli farm or a field full of broccoli in the morning as the sun's rising and the mist is still in the field, the whole field has this purple glow to it. So I don't mean to romanticize or wax poetically about broccoli. Yeah, but it's got a warm spot in my heart. And I think a lot of kids are familiar with it. And so you can play around with this, and adults as well. You can play around with broccoli any which way. This is just some of the quick marinade, quick garnish, a lot of fun. All right, broccoli is trimmed. Let's make our marinade really quickly. And this is super simple. Okay, quantities will be down below, but a little bit of oil, touch of brown sugar, salty soy sauce, which goes so well with that brown sugar. And let's go with a little bit of sesame seeds here. And I like I like the multicolor. You know what I found out about that too? You can crush them up a little bit. I was using the bottom of the barrel, if you will, and some of the dust came out, and it was so nice. So a little bit crushed up sesame seeds and fresh garlic. And these are all family friendly ingredients and flavors that we know and love.
Oh, simple.
It should be. The best things are. And I know that doesn't look like a lot for the amount of broccoli we have, but a little goes a long way, and we'll eventually sprinkle a little bit more soy on top of it. But that is a fun marinade or glaze for darn near anything. And always taste it before you put it on there. See if it needs anything else. Delicious and nutritious. But let's bulk it up a little, because I do have a lot of broccoli. So let's go more soy. Let's go a little more brown sugar. And the only reason I'm going more soy is because I do want that salty punch. Yeah. All right, now we're bringing it over here and put our florets in. And that's pretty much it. Now we're ready to go on the grill. You don't need to give this 30 minutes in the refrigerator or anything like that. The florets really hold it. And let's take a look at our grill setup. So stabilized at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we've got one of my favorite setups here right now. We've got a half moon deflector shield on one side and a grill grate at the highest portion of the divide and conquer system, and that's going to be our semi-indirect roasting stage. Now we're not going to go floret down because it would burn up on us, so we're going to go kind of fibrous side down. You'll hear a little sizzle. You can just plop them all down and then turn them. Oh yeah. This is fabulous stuff, and I already smell. Look at the deflector shield and how it's bubbling down there. We're getting some nice glazy bubbles. That's that sugar caramelizing.
Glazy bubbles.
Yeah, glazy bubbles. I'm gonna repeat the process, get a little more glaze going, and get the rest of the broccoli going on. But that is it. This is one of those recipes where the grill is going to do the work. We'll go on with the rest of this. Just drink it up. thing to remember here is technique with any recipe, right? A recipe is just the guidelines, but the technique itself, slow indirect roasting or semi-indirect. We want the caramelization of that soy, caramelization of that brown sugar, and we want it to happen slowly, or at least medium to slow, so we get those educated, big, bold flavors. While that's roasting, let's go ahead and get our garnish working. We're gonna peel a couple of mandarin oranges. If you wanna use the canned, that's fine, but we've got 2 freshies here, and we've got some honey roasted peanuts that we're gonna chop through real quick. And these are gonna be great garnishes that bring a little sweetness, a little texture, and we're almost there. This is only a 10-minute cook. Oh yeah. Notice how the color has deepened. And you can take the biggest one you can find and just kind of squeeze and say, okay, that needs a couple more minutes. This is a great opportunity to get a little bit more seasoning in there. Today we've chosen a kunami, which is a really great seasoning for this. It's got some turbinado sugar, some black pepper, a little garlic powder. So a lot of the cooks we do on this channel and that you see done take a long time. This is a 10-minute cook. So imagine doing this recipe while your steak is resting, and then it's boom, all coming up at the same time. So let's go ahead and pop it off the grill. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is the stuff broccoli dreams are made of. All right, so, and when we do this, you don't just throw it on haphazardly, right? Oh, look at that. Look at that little stunner. If I had the option to eat big, bold meat entrees or little dishes here and there, side dishes, I would do side dishes all day long. I think there's so much complexity to them, even if they're simple just like this. To have 4 or 5 great side dishes in your back pocket at any given time is a great way to round yourself out as a home cook. We've got this great big pile here, so all that radiant heat is staying together. The aromas are through the roof, and we haven't even hit the fun garnishes yet.
Fun garnishes.
Yeah, fun garnishes.
They are fun.
They should be.
The fresh oranges are money.
Yeah, money in the bank. And again, you can use the canned stuff if you like, but now we're gonna, look at that. It just looks like it fell out of the forest. Okay, beautiful stuff. Oh, that's it. Can't you just tell what that does for this entire dish? Crunch, crunch, crunch. Interesting, interesting, sweet, delicious. And then just a little bit of heat, okay? And manage this depending if the kids are eating or not. But that is a side dish to remember right there. Wow. So if there's somebody in your family that says they don't like broccoli, you put this down and tell them Chef Eric sent you. No, it's just such a fun, colorful, flavorful, fun to cook, easy, delicious dish. Think about crumbling up some bacon bits and putting them on there.
Dang.
I say bacon bits. Don't buy bacon bits. Make your, render your bacon and crush it on there. But as at this point, this is a vegan vegetarian dish, yeah? So a lot of fun there, big bold flavors, and you can imagine that going next to any other protein coming off your grill or, any other vegetable going on. This is just a great accoutrement and is firing on all levels. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. And whenever I taste something, I want to make sure I get some of the main ingredients, some of the garnish. You want to taste it as a whole. The Italians have this word, al dente. You hear it in pasta a lot. It means to the tooth, right? So when you bite into that broccoli, it's still got a slight edge or crunch to it. That's right where we want this broccoli. You don't want it over roasted. We don't want to see those florets too terribly dark. This is spot on, so much fun. I implore you to make this dish, and the recipe is down below, so no excuses, team. Do me a favor, all the things. Like, subscribe, comment. We love reading and responding to those comments. And as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.